Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 7 of Seemingly Unpopular. This is also the second ever live stream of Seemingly Unpopular. And we were talking before this began and we were like, this is not going to be it's not going to be structured.
It is not going to be very well structured whatsoever.
We're testing out a new, can you call it a software?
Yeah, kind of. It's a service anyway.
Just testing out different live streaming options, I guess. So This is kind of a
let's get on live and play with it.
Yeah. So play with us.
So we don't really have a structure per se. We're just getting on live. Whoever sees us and jumps on, we'd love to interact with you.
These are the best times though, because then you're able to just kind of goof off and do whatever. So
you may see the ugly side of us. You may see an absolutely awesome side of us. Who knows?
Hey, but we don't have an ugly side.
We don't. If we do, we keep it very well hidden.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Very well hidden. So, welcome to live stream. If you're joining us, I see we got one person in here. Feel free to chat. We can see your chats. Yep. We'd love to interact with you along the way. We do have a couple of topics to talk about. Obviously, the biggest one being gas prices at the pump, and all of our genius ideas coming out of this administration, and all the various talking points that we're hearing. Of course, it's not their fault.
No,
at all that prices are through the roof. It's all the fault of Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they would have you to believe.
Of course. And he keeps going on and on. President Biden keeps going on and about, none of my policies have caused this at all. You're paying more at the pump because of
the whole administration's like that, because they don't want to own up to really anything.
Yeah. So they talk out of both sides of their mouth, and I'm going to display that for you here in just a second. First, I'm going to play you a video of Jen Psaki when she's asked about gas prices and what the administration is going to do about the high gas prices. And this is what she said.
I want to read to you, if I could, Jen, some comments from people we've met at gas stations today. One woman saying, "I just never imagined to see the cost of gas be this high." Another said, "It's a huge stressor to my financial situation, a huge stressor. It's kind of like something I've stressed about, like during the day, will I be able to afford gas? How much money do I have?"
True reporter went and talked to the people.
Message to Americans who are going to the gas station today and seeing prices so high.
Well, the president's message is that he is going to do everything he can to reduce the impact on the American people, including the price of gas at the tank. What is also true is that because of the actions of President Putin, because he invaded a sovereign country, that created instability in the markets. That is something the president talked about even before Russia and President Putin moved forward with their actions. But we have already taken steps. The president has already taken steps. Historic release from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, one that's done in a coordinated fashion. And clearly we will continue to have conversations with large oil producers and suppliers around the world about how to mitigate the impact and consider domestic options as well.
Okay, so again, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
And what's President Biden doing about it? Oh well, he's doing everything
possible, correct? Yeah.
In his wheelhouse of things that he can think of to do, he's doing it, right?
Okay. So he says. We haven't seen any of that.
Right. So around the same time period, there's probably either the same day or just a day off from one another.
Yeah.
Now this clip is a little bit loud, so hopefully it doesn't blow you out of the water here. But he's asked, he's standing out. I don't know, waiting on I don't know what he's doing. Standing in a group of people, and reporters are shouting questions at him. And one question is, what's going to happen with gas prices? And then what are you doing about it?
Yeah.
And that's what he said.
It's going to go up. Can't do much right now. Russia's responsible.
Okay, so what's going to happen with the gas prices, Joe? They're going to go up.
Can't do much right now.
Okay, what are you going to do about it? Well, I can't do much right now. Putin's fault.
Yeah. But you got to do everything possible.
Are you doing everything possible? Or is there nothing you can do? It's just poor hapless Joe.
We can't do much right now, so...
Double speak in this administration is crazy.
Yeah. It's sad that what's going on is then twisted in the way that they're twisting it anyway. You know, because like there's people who are in like a lot of danger over in Ukraine right now, and it's like the only thing that this administration can use it for is, or the only attention they can give to it is, they can just throw all of their responsibility onto Putin's back and say that it's his.
All they do is point fingers.
Yeah.
All right. So it's funny that you bring up Ukraine and that crisis going on, because as most of you probably know, we sent Kamala Harris back over there again, back over to Europe because she did such a great job the first time. We sent her back over there, and she's standing with a leader. I don't know if that's a Poland or who exactly he is, but and she's asked by a reporter, what's America going to do with the Ukrainian refugees? Because the system that they have over there, I think it's in Poland, apparently isn't structured well enough that it's going to hold up or be a good thing for too much longer. So what is America going to do? And in true Kamala Harris fashion, she says this.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Vice President. I wanted to ask you about some reporting that my colleague here in Poland noticed. He recently spoke with the mayor of the largest border town, who told him that the refugee system is essentially not set up for this, that it will collapse. It's an improvised system that can work for maybe 2 weeks, but not indefinitely. And I'm wondering what the United States is going to do more specifically to set up a permanent infrastructure. And relatedly, is the United States willing to make a specific allocation for Ukrainian refugees? And for President Duda, I wanted to know if you think, and if you asked the United States to specifically accept more refugees.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
A friend in need is a friend indeed.
So funny. So funny that
This time.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny that we have refugees and we need something to do with them. And
yeah, they're our friends.
So funny. So
that's your vice president of America.
If that gives you any glimmer of hope, you're in the minority, because that does not give me any inkling of hope.
Yeah. And I'm seeing a comment saying that the audio is a bit glitchy, so hopefully you all got the cackle out of Kamala. I don't know that there's much we can do to fix that.
Like you said, this is new to us, so we'll try to fix it along the way if there's ways we can. But
for now,
everything looks good in here.
Good. All right. But we're trying to give you the best show that we could possibly give to every single one of you. So
yeah. I mean, there's a lot we could talk about, but
there's plenty to go off of.
I don't want to, stay keep the whole show in politics, because there's really not a whole lot of good news.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like the best way to unwind after this isn't necessarily the end of the week, but at least it's getting close to the end of the week anyway, and we kind of want some good news to hopefully last into tomorrow and the rest of the weekend possibly. So to stay in politics wouldn't necessarily be the best.
Yeah.
So I do think it'd be much better, more enjoyable of a show anyway if we kind of, I don't know, if we take more time to just kind of have fun with all of you. So I only have one thing. I only have one thing lined up. So
like I said, not well planned.
We went through. Is that all we had politics wise?
Well, I mean, all of it right now is dealing with high gas prices and feeling the effects even more so now of inflation, and how the administration keeps telling us that, first it was inflation is temporary, and then it was actually a good thing. And then each time they're asked about it, they have something else to say that's not negative. They have a way of continuing to avoid the negative topic of inflation that continues to go on, and they keep spreading lies about it. Psaki just said the other day that if you look month to month, inflation's actually going down. Well, that's not true. You look month to month, it's up like 0.8%. That's an increase, Jen. Not sure where the miscommunication is here.
They're all over the place when it comes to pretty much anything. So if you expect to get a solid answer out of any single one of them, you're not going to.
Right. So I'm trying to see like our audio. It's like we have a viewer saying the audio is fine, but the video is fine, but the video, and when you talk, I don't see your meter rise or fall at all.
It keeps telling me that the mic is off, but you told me that my mic is running through
It's running through here, so when you talk, my audio meter goes.
Okay, so then that would make sense, though. Because if we're both running from the same audio source.
Right.
They should still be able to hear me.
But that might be why we're glitchy, because we're both coming through at the same time.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So comment, tell us, first of all, can you hear me? And second of all, just if, your thoughts. So one thing I do have in regards to fun, informative things, we decided to do a segment of This Day in History. And I don't know how many of you know this. I didn't remember the date at all. So this is news to me. But on this day in history in 1876, March 10th, 1876, the first telephone call happened. That was between Alexander Graham Bell, obviously the guy who invented the
telephone, logically.
He made the first call to his assistant, Thomas Watson, and he said, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." So I think this was like a room-to-room thing.
The first phone call, get her in my office.
Yeah, so it brings a good question that actually came with this article. What would you have said if you were on the first phone call in history? What would you have said to the person on the other line? Like, you are speaking the very first words ever on telephone. What would you say? And you can comment and tell us what you would say as well.
Like if I'm Graham Bell, like making the phone call?
Yeah, like you have perfected, but you've actually got this device to work, and you're trying to send a message, or you're trying to call somebody. You are the guy who invented it. You're Alexander Graham Bell. You're sending the first words ever across telephone. What would you say?
Can you hear me? Is this thing working?
Probably.
We probably went through so many different trial runs and failures before he got to the finished working product. So that would be the first thing that would come to my mind. It's the most logical thing you could think of.
Well, apparently he was so sure that he could actually hear him that he just told him, "Hey, come here." So I don't know. Maybe that says something about Alexander Graham Bell.
Okay, so if you were the guy that he called, what would you say?
I think I would just be so like blown away. Not necessarily just because it's really cool that we're actually talking and we're in different rooms and this isn't like a telegraph. I would be blown away just because he probably went through a lot, like you said. So his assistant's been there throughout the entire thing. I think I'd just be like yelling and jumping up and down, like, "Yeah, you did it! That's great! Okay, now I'll come into your office now."
Yeah,
like,
I guess it depends on how close this assistant was in the process of him making the telephone. Like if he was just there in the same building, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, this is another failed attempt or whatever."
Another failed attempt. I wonder if he actually heard, like if they were real close together, I wonder if he heard his voice as he was speaking into whatever he was speaking into, and maybe didn't come across to him. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what he was thinking, but it had to have been at least a joyous occasion, at least for Graham Bell. Yeah. So, audience, if you have any suggestions of what you would say, leave them there in the comments. We'll be sure to read them to get to them.
Yeah, or take a moment to pick up the phone. Call your mom.
Call your mom.
Call your mom.
Okay.
Celebration of Alexander Graham Bell and the first ever phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Pick his phone. Call
and then
your
when your mom answers and be like, why
are you calling me?
Why are you calling me? Be like, well, I'm celebrating Alexander Graham Bell.
Well, if you're a good mom, you're not going to say that when your child calls you.
Yeah. But we're just here kind of hanging out with you guys. Like I said, it's not structured, so chime in if you want to say.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, we're here chatting with y'all. We're only about 17 minutes in, so we got plenty of time.
We're going to showcase our social media information.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can see that it's rolling across the screen. Yeah. That's something new for this live stream is I can actually see what you guys see. So, and I couldn't do that before. Before I was just looking into a camera, and I'm just like, I have no clue what's going on. I don't know how this is going to play out for the audio version, like just the podcast itself.
Yes. I don't know if we'll release it as a podcast.
Yeah.
I think this is more just a live stream.
So do you want to do, I guess we don't really have time to do a separate episode to release as the podcast. We could, you know what we could do? We could just take the stories or, when we actually get to something more, I don't know, interesting than just chatting. We can clip that out and we can just have an outtakes episode, maybe like an outtakes of the live show. Maybe.
Sure.
It'll be nice and short, but it'll be still something for you guys to enjoy. Maybe somebody who hasn't been part of the live stream and who doesn't want to go to YouTube and watch the full thing. And outtakes, who doesn't like outtakes? Baseball games, just sports in general, sport games. Anything that's broadcast on television or YouTube or something that you don't want to take the time to sit down, and we're at 19 minutes almost. So,
yep.
So, as we were doing this, we were experimenting with a form of entertainment that we're not necessarily accustomed to, and that is
true.
Musicality. So,
well, I just felt, I'm sure, well, you don't really pay for the gas yet, but with the high gas prices, I was moved.
Yeah, moved.
And we wrote a song about it.
Yeah, this is a collaboration between the okay-ish guitar player and the okay-ish songwriter. He's got the fingers to pick the strings, and I've just written.
You've got that angelic voice.
Yeah, sure. That'll be the audience's job to decide.
Right. So I have to get ready. So you have to talk for a second.
You're asking me to talk?
Yes. Go.
Okay. So I'm trying to think. What's a good question? I can't see how many people are actually watching. So asking a question, the whole table's gonna shake because you're moving your mic. So, you mentioned one. You just showed one. I think it's just my sister. Okay, hi. This was unannounced. This wasn't necessarily planned. Well, I think it was planned, but I didn't even know that we were doing a live stream until an hour before we did it.
Yeah, I just thought it would be fun. So that's what we're doing.
His mic is lower because we had to pick up the sound from his guitar.
From the guitar.
And I need to get the actual script up here. I can hear it. It's just kind of muffled just a bit. Okay, that's better. That's better.
I wasn't picking the strings very, very hard.
Okay, so I can't guarantee that this will be either one on beat, because it's hard to for me at least to keep on tempo, and I can't guarantee that this will even sound good. But I think the aim of it is not necessarily to be the best pot. It's a joke.
You have to explain. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay,
so we wrote a song about it, about high gas prices, and it goes a little something like this.
I gotta push away my microphone so I don't blow everybody away. With gas prices so high, I see the total pumped and I just sigh. Did Biden have a stroke? He's got the country going up in smoke. And in the end, we'll all be broke. Broke.
We're so broke.
So broke.
All right.
That's like the culmination of 10 minutes of working on a song. Hopefully it was entertaining. I don't know. The things we do. Okay, so Jalen, thank you for watching. And she says that was good. So
thanks, Jay.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is like a family reunion. We're like all it's like this is just the family show. Actually, she's where is she? She's right there. I can see her as she's watching. You can come say hi. I mean, we got cameras.
Yeah,
like,
we can link you in if you'd like.
Yeah, if you want to come in. Wait, hang on. Stay there. Isn't there a way to bring her in?
Let's bring you in.
You're going to meet my sister, Jalen.
I'm going to send you a link via text message.
Okay. So, exciting for us. Maybe for her. I don't know. She might be more nervous. I sent a notification out to my friends, and I don't yet see any of them.
Are you sure you have friends?
I do.
Okay.
I sent it out. I didn't. They probably have lives of their own though. They don't have time to watch us.
Just sit around on YouTube and watch us.
Unfortunately,
say nothing, do nothing.
Yeah. Our short little concert that we had here. So yeah, just while we're waiting for this, just random question.
Sure.
What's the best cookie in the world?
The best cookie in the world. I tend to go simple.
Simple cookies. Okay.
And I'm a big fan of snickerdoodles. Sugar, cinnamon,
yeah,
butter.
And I would know that because I'm obviously his son and I've lived with him for my life. So, my favorite cookie would probably be just plain old chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, the gold standard.
I love chocolate chip cookies. They're great. And who doesn't love a chocolate chip cookie?
Yeah, Joe does.
Yeah, except that's what
that was ice cream. I know
that's ice cream.
I know, but it was still chocolate chip.
Mr. President, what ice cream do you have?
Chocolate chip.
Oh. Okay, so Jalen says it won't let her join the stream.
Oh. Why not?
How come? Why not?
Of course, the audio is going to feed back too because she's in the same room.
Well, we can have her like go down or up, depending on where she would like to go. How come you can't join? Wait a second. You got to fill in the time.
Oh, I get to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
How come you can't join?
Well, if we can't get her on, then
okay. So she said it doesn't have like permission or something like that.
You got to give it permission.
Yeah. You got it. Wait. Okay, hang on. We heard something. We're almost there. Where are you? Come on.
I see your box, but there's no picture.
Okay, there's no picture. You got to allow access to your camera and stuff. Behind the scenes, folks. I can only hope that at some point we'll like look back. Like at some point in the future, we'll be big enough to where we have lots of people watching. We'll be like, we'll be out there and we'll have like 1,000 people watching.
1,000.
And then we'll like look back on this stream and we'll be like, you remember when we used to just hang out with one person and it was
one friend happens to be a member of our family.
Yeah.
I can't see it because the lights are in my eyes. Is she still over here?
Yeah, she is. She's over there.
Well, the box popped up and I can see your name, but I can't see a video. So not sure what to do there.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be great if we had more people watching. But I mean, you can't really expect people to watch when you don't necessarily have something.
We gave them like 15 minutes notice that we were going live. So that's okay. We'll catch them next time.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I mean, we made it almost 30 minutes. We got like 4 minutes shy of 30 minutes.
So, random question for you.
Yeah. Okay.
If you had a book or a movie or music that you were really involved in that you think other people should know about, what would it be? What would you recommend?
Well, I don't have this book yet, though I've seen it. I've done a lot of. I've seen it advertised. I've watched the guy who sells it, Glenn Beck.
Yes.
And he spoke extensively on his book, and it has to deal with the Great Reset, which I suppose we probably wouldn't be able to go into, especially not on YouTube.
Probably not.
For specific reasons.
Very Great Reset friendly.
Yeah. But I would say The Great Reset by Glenn Beck, and it's by, he had another author helping him on this book, and I don't remember who that was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have not read it, and I look forward to reading it. But if you,
he did a special. If you're a member of the Blaze or you have access to the special that he did on the Blaze on the Great Reset.
Actually, I saw part of it on YouTube, I think, and I don't even know if it was the first, if it was the full thing. But I actually sent the YouTube version to somebody, and so I know it's on YouTube. If you want to go out and check that out, The Great Reset by Glenn Beck.
Yeah.
So that book, yes, totally recommend. Even though I haven't read it yet.
Totally recommend
Totally recommend it.
It's like those people that rate books on Amazon like that haven't even been released. They give it 1 star. It's an awful book.
This is the worst book in the history of mankind.
You've never read it.
Yeah.
It's not released yet.
When it comes to movies, I would say, I mean, obviously, I don't watch a whole lot of movies, actually. So the movies that I like, again, I'm a Potterhead. I like Harry Potter. Although I will say I do like the Fantastic Beasts series. However, she took more of a liberal approach towards those movies. And there's some homosexuality in those movies. Yeah, it's not explicit. It's not necessarily. You really have to be intellectual about it to actually understand what's being said and like piece together that's what that means. But it's there, and so I don't support that. But the original Harry Potter movies are great because I like them, and they were wholesome family entertainment that didn't have a whole bunch of there was some British cursing in it, so if you're familiar with British curse words, then
the British slang words.
Yeah. Okay, and then when it comes to music, I've been really into old, like what are they called? Crooners? Is that what they're called? Like the old,
like from the 30s and 40s, or
but like newer, like 50s and 60s, maybe. So like jazz, but like peppy jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been into. Would you consider Blink-182 punk rock? Or pop rock?
They were punkish, yeah.
Okay.
They were teetered on the line of punk pop.
Yeah.
Because they were very popular.
Blink-182, I've been listening to a lot of Green Day.
I brought in both of your sisters on the stream, but neither one has a picture.
They're just not there?
No, it's just a blank screen.
And I can't see them.
Like if I bring them into the stream, all I have is a letter J for J.
Have you allowed access to your camera? Okay, so they say that they can, but it doesn't allow permission.
Oh.
I guess the phone itself.
Could be.
Anyway,
you're saying?
So yeah, Blink-182, Green Day, both aren't necessarily the cleanest of bands. I listen to the songs that don't necessarily have anything filth-wise in them.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen to Skillet. I listen to a lot of bands, but I love Metallica too. But yeah, I mean, feel free to check out whatever you like to check out.
Yeah. I have a wide variety of genres I listen to and like. It just depends on what the mood is of the day.
Yeah. In terms of listening to things that aren't music, I would say obviously the Glenn Beck program. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Gray Unleashed. They both have their times where they're like not necessarily friendly for people of all ages, I guess, especially the younger crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to The Authentic Christian. Is that Gospel Broadcasting
Network? Yes. Phenomenal broadcast.
That's good for if you need some advice or just good learning,
good spiritual advice.
Yeah,
biblical advice.
Yeah, those guys are good. Their podcast is it's well thought out. Like they've although they have a lot of resources and time.
Yeah, but they take like various topics that are not some of the ones that aren't really so simple to explain to people.
Yeah,
hard sayings of the Bible and just basic principles that are found in the Bible.
Yeah.
And they discuss those at great length.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very, very interesting podcast.
And they're all guys that are like super relatable too. Like they're not going to sit there and lecture you basically. I mean, they make it really fun. It's like you just having a conversation with your, I don't know,
like a buddy,
from
school or whatever. Yeah.
So I would recommend that. I listen to several different guys on the radio. I don't listen to, I think those are my main podcasts, I guess. I don't ever listen to Us back because I don't know. That's weird.
We were there. So I really don't need to.
I have listened to Us back before, but typically I don't do it very often.
Yeah.
Is that going to keep happening? That little.
I don't know
if you guys
can hear that or not.
Okay, so that keeps happening.
It's not going to work, so I guess we'll stop trying.
Yeah. Cut it out.
Because it's not working.
What is your favorite part of summer?
My favorite part of summer, aside from the warm weather, well, I have a couple I would say that rank pretty high for me. Mm-hmm. One is the ability to ride my motorcycle. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. Mm-hmm. The other would be baseball.
Oh yeah,
which happens in the spring and the summer, and it's one of my favorite sports. So,
yeah, I would say baseball as well. But I think my favorite thing about summer, I think it's the opportunity to be outdoors. Not necessarily the weather itself, but just being outside. And being comfortable outside.
More comfortable than 30 degree weather.
Any other season.
Yeah.
My favorite season is spring because it's just perfect. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. It's just right. Mm-hmm. I love that. Not to mention all the flowers that are blooming in the middle of spring.
Bring in some background music.
Oh,
it's a feature. They only have a few sources to choose from, or different genres, I guess, to have playing in the background. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's more distracting or if people actually like that when there's live streams going on.
Yeah, I don't know. But you can't really see my shirt if I come up. I think my camera's mirrored.
Don't tax me, bro. Yeah, it probably is.
No, it's don't vax me, bro.
Oh, don't tax me either. I saw an interesting tweet just today or yesterday. And it said, why do we pay taxes if the government can just print money at will?
There. Don't vax
me, bro. I thought, that's a good point. Why do we pay taxes if government can just print money?
It's true.
Government doesn't make money.
No, they don't.
Government gets money from us.
Yeah.
The citizens. So that was a really good one. I saw another really good one from Pat Sajak, the host of Wheel of Fortune.
Oh.
And his essentially said, dear government officials, If you push a boulder off of a cliff and it crushes the family beneath, you can't blame gravity. Which is a very good point. As we talked earlier in this stream, that government is really good at pointing fingers and placing blame everywhere else except for themselves.
That's something that they've always been good at, unfortunately.
There was also a long tweet that I thought about reading through because I think it's important. So maybe I'll just post a link to it somewhere. But basically, a journalist goes through and debunks the claim that President Biden's policies did not do anything to bring about this inflation, raising gas prices, and
as soon as he got into office, he shut down the Keystone Pipeline.
Yeah, so that's one of his points, and he just goes, step by step, goes back, even quotes, pulls from articles from the New York Times, which is not a conservative publication, and other left-leaning sources to back up all of the things that he brings up. That says, your policies do kind of have a very negative effect on the price of gas. So
he's never gonna see it, and he's never gonna own up to his mistakes.
He's not.
I can only hope that somebody.
It's important that we know, and it's pointed out.
Yeah, and I can only hope that somebody's gonna make these people face the time for the crimes, basically.
Yeah, that seems to never happen. Like just here in Illinois, we had a politician in our state government for as long as I can remember. He's been in office forever. Corrupt to the core, making special deals with companies and whatnot, blatantly doing things that were illegal.
Yeah.
You would think he would never come under fire for it, never have to answer for it.
Yeah,
he was just indicted on charges, and of course he's pleading not guilty. But they're just now charging this guy. He's been in office forever doing this kind of stuff, and he's a big reason why Illinois is in the shape that it's in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to try a different music.
Okay.
A little more upbeat, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, we decided to just come on and play and hang out.
Yeah.
And, we've done that for almost 40 minutes now. And so, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? We did what we could.
We did.
And
for an unplanned, unstructured.
Okay, so the next time we do this, if this works, if this streaming service ends up working the way we'd like it to, and we can plan more, get the word out way before we do this, I think the next live stream will be
more fun.
Quite good.
It'll be a lot more fun, to interact with those that are there watching.
So now we can not only live stream on YouTube, we also go live on Facebook.
Yes, at the same time.
So if you're on Facebook, find us there. Yeah, I think we've been scrolling our socials as well, so y'all should know where to find us.
If you just want to see the dancing Nancy, I mean,
we
can provide. We got your dancing Nancy.
Yeah, that's
that was so bizarre, and still to this day, nobody has explained it.
How can you explain that though?
What is going through her head at that point in time?
Yeah, I don't know.
The context of what he's talking about is awful.
Yeah,
and nothing to be cheering at.
It's like she spring loads. She like gets in this position. She's like ready.
I know. Let's watch it again.
Yeah, one more time. I love it.
Oh yes, soldiers in burn pits. I love it when you talk like that to me.
As long as I get my ice cream at the end of the day, I'm completely fine with soldiers
so
and
burn pits. Soldiers and their poor health because of the burn pits. Okay.
So next time we'll update you how early in advance. I'd like to get it out there as far as
possible. Do it like a week in advance or so.
Yeah,
at least a couple days.
So we hope to have at least a couple days, at most probably a week notice for you guys to join in on the live stream. I'm gonna try to have it jam packed full of fun stuff.
Yeah. We could probably do some more songwriting for you.
Yeah, more songwriting. We can hopefully figure out the situation with
audio and video. I will tell you, I have some new products that should be coming this week. Hopefully up our camera quality. Because right now we're just using. Well, he's using a Chromebook.
Yeah, using a Chromebook,
and I'm using my cell phone.
Yeah, we were before both using our cell phones. And so mine is a lower quality, so my camera was very fuzzy.
Yeah.
And
so what I ordered should at least up our quality and kind of put us at the same quality. So that should be interesting.
Now, the good news about all this is if we cut it down to just outtakes of the live stream for the podcast, is we don't go over our limit of time to be able to broadcast episodes or publish episodes.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it will not be us just sitting here rambling for 40 minutes while you guys watch on where you one of you watches.
And two now.
Two.
Yeah.
Is that the other sister?
Probably.
Well,
no, she's not watching.
She's not. Okay, so who is it?
Show yourself.
Yes, we shall challenge you to a chat.
You cannot join unless you are approved.
Well, I mean, you haven't missed much. If you just joined now, you haven't missed a whole lot.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, of course. You're one of two, so that's.
We were at 3 at one point.
Yay.
So we're breaking records over here, like Joe.
How many do we have our first live stream?
4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Let's get there. Let's go, guys.
Let's do it. So I'm gonna flash our socials again. For those that missed them the first time.
Stay tuned.
Make sure you're following us.
Yeah, but like I said, if you missed that, for the other person that just joined, the next one will be a lot more planned, and we'll have more notice before we actually go live, and it'll be a lot more fun than us just sitting here talking,
rambling.
Yeah. So if you missed it beforehand,
maybe you like that. Maybe they like us just rambling.
Maybe. If you do, comment.
Might be better than us giving a downer news all the time.
Yeah, it's true. But if you missed it. Just to recap what you've missed, you've probably missed the song that we wrote, performed live. You've missed most of the stories for today.
Yes.
So go back.
You missed it all.
Again.
Where were you?
Because I think this is starting to wind down. I think we're gonna
unless I see more numbers
unless
on that eyeball there.
Yeah. And there's I'd love to chat with more people.
Yep, the chat box is here. I mean, I could throw it up there. Yeah.
Oh wow,
looks pretty empty.
It's very empty. Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't know where we stream yet, obviously you're either watching on one of the two places that we do stream. So we stream on YouTube and Facebook.
See, we got one comment from Jay.
Yay.
Saying hello. If you're here, say hello.
Yeah. Okay, now it's gonna start rolling through all of the comments.
Oh, no, it won't. It's just because I clicked on it.
Oh. So yeah. If you're here,
if you're just joining, this is more of a just, hey, let's get on live stream and play with this.
Yeah, because we're testing out some new broadcasting equipment.
You wouldn't think that live streaming and broadcasting would be so hard.
It is.
There's
a lot that goes into it. So.
If you want something, of good quality, and to be somewhat structured, I like to have some kind of structure, but this has absolutely no structure today.
So we're just coming on here, kind of chatting, doing random stuff.
So if you're watching,
actually make sure that it works and that you guys enjoy it.
Say hey, ask a question.
Yeah, you're here. Say hi. Oh yeah, we could do a Q&A too.
Yeah, we could.
We show that. Yeah, we got time.
We got time.
We can answer questions. We can do whatever. If you don't know who we are, we can gladly tell you who we are.
Cut the music down a little bit. Yeah. Or we could listen to Greta.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's what this whole stream
Well, we can't have a live stream without word salad.
pretty well is.
Where's that word salad song? If you're new here, our word salad song is quite
not entirely sure what the audio quality of this is going to be.
We had not tested this, but that's part of the live stream.
So I'm going to cut the background music
extra
there.
music, yeah. Okay.
And here's the word salad.
Get ready. Oh, good audio.
Well, it sounds good for us, but I don't know about across the stream.
Okay.
Salad. Pelosi and Trump. Salad. Duo you never knew. So hip. Salad. Salad.
So
there you
go. We played that before the segment called Word Salad. That's where we highlight
It's usually followed by your standard politician or the current
falling all over themselves trying to explain something.
Yeah. Spokesman of this administration.
Mm-hmm. So
we should have done a Dancing Nancy along with that.
Okay, do it again. It's so glitchy.
Word. Salad. Word. Salad. That makes a little more sense. Word. I mean, she's getting down with the beat.
She is kind of. Anyhow. Yeah, we're just glad that those of you who are here have been able to join us for this. Please, if you enjoyed it, come back. Because next time you'll have more notice, and you'll be able to look forward to a lot more.
Follow us on all the socials. Mm-hmm. We'd love to interact with you.
Yep.
And next time we'll prepare a little further in advance and hopefully have some things ironed out. And it would be so boring.
Right now it's boring.
It's so boring. But I guess we'll wrap it up because we
really don't have anything else to do.
We don't, and we got to run some errands.
But I will say, where are you seeing the people who actually are watching? Is that only you?
Well, I don't know. I can't see what you're seeing.
Okay, so I see a small window that has us. Okay, and then I have the chat on the side, and then I have just a screen of blue, and then something that shows my camera and my camera only, so that I know what I look like.
Oh, I see basically what the stream is seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little live in the top left corner. I have the time, and then I have a little eyeball that tells me that there's 3 people watching, and they're all on YouTube.
Oh, 3 people. That's nice.
Nobody on Facebook.
Nobody. All right. Well, I mean, this is our first stream on.
If you don't know where to find us on Facebook, here it is again.
Yeah, run through.
I don't know how many times I just spell it out.
Yeah, because I have. Okay, so now I have what your screen is. I'm assuming, but there's something I don't have the I. I have the live. I have the time, and then I don't have anything.
Oh, well, I can see. I can't see who it is, but I can see that there's 3, and they're all on YouTube.
All right. Well.
So.
Okay. Well, let's close out.
We gotta go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
Do life.
Yeah. Do family things.
But it's fun to take some time out and hang out with y'all.
Yeah. Be here next time. We will not bore you to tears. We will have lots planned.
We probably wouldn't be so boring if, we had some comments or something to interact with here.
If you want to save the stream right now, comment.
Please.
And we will not end it.
For only 5 cents a day.
Jalen, my sister, has commented, "You're not boring."
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Jay. You're one of our best.
That's going to come on the screen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
You're a best family member. You too. They're twins. So
yeah, they're both off that way. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know how to close things out. That's like the hardest part.
I know.
Is just.
Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Thanks for checking us out.
Yeah, if you have friends that you think would enjoy what we do here,
probably don't send them this one. This one's boring. Send them
Jared in general. I mean, we have other videos on YouTube.
Yeah,
we've got a whole a season, which is like 10 episodes, and a season and a half now.
Okay, so this is episode 7. Or should be, technically. It's not necessarily going to be a full-length episode because we're just going to do the outtakes, like I said. But how long is this season going to last?
I don't know.
If this is episode 7...
I know, but the first season, it ended out being... We were around 10 episodes right at... just before Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is the perfect time. We'll cut it off at 10 episodes, take a little break over the holidays, and then come back in season 2.
Yeah.
Well, if we do the 10 episode thing again, then it's just, we're not even halfway through the year, so there's not really a breakoff point that makes sense at this point. But
yeah. So, I mean, go until...
We can, it's our show. We can decide whatever.
It's the best part because it's like usually we just have this conversation on our own, and now we're like broadcasting it to like 3 people.
Yeah. So we're going to do with the show, guys. I mean, 3 people that are watching.
But that's like the whole point. Like, we want you guys to be part of it. Is to like decide where the show goes.
We think it would be more fun that way.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we built the show on, is to be serving the people and for you guys to be part of it.
Be kind of a community where we can all just sit around and talk together.
Yeah. So if you want to grow the community, if you want to help grow the community anyway, share it with your friends, family, total strangers if you have the courage.
Sure. Yeah. It'd be a weird conversation starter, maybe.
It would be. Hey, stranger, I like your hat. Here's a
Yeah, heard of this podcast?
Yeah, you ever heard of this podcast? They sat for about an hour and talked about nothing.
Some of it had substance.
It did. And, maybe our songwriting will get better.
Maybe.
Maybe our entertainment value will go up.
Maybe.
That's at least the hope.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, we continue to drag this on.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess 2 times we've already said we'll end it.
Yeah. I'm going to type a message here in the chat.
Can I do that?
I think so.
I don't even know. I don't even think I can. I have a private chat.
That's between you and me.
I know, but I don't have public chat. Yeah, I don't even know.
Ooh, I show up as host. I wonder if I can change that.
Wait a second. Can I do that? I can't. I can't do that. Really? Yeah, I don't think I can do that. That's fun.
It shows up on both. Okay. Well, whatever. So yeah, anyway, let's close this out. Nobody's willing to chat other than our
family member. But for those of you who are not chatting, welcome. Thanks for watching.
You're welcome here, no matter whether you say nothing or not.
You don't have to say a single thing. You can be here to watch us make fools out of ourselves. We'll be.
And maybe they're sitting like trying to decipher like a glitchy video.
Maybe. Yeah. It's clear on our end. We have no clue what you guys see.
Yeah. No clue what you're hearing. So hopefully it's decent anyway.
Yeah.
And if it's not, then I need to sit down and figure out how else we can do it to make it better.
Feedback is important, y'all.
Feedback is crucial.
Yeah. All right. So with that said,
we're going to end the stream.
We're going to end it. That's it.
That's all we can do. So let me cue up our typical outro music. Cut the background music. And we are going.
Wait a second. We gotta chat. It's again from J-Lo, but it was a bit of feedback. It's just a bit blurry, but not bad. The audio skips a tad. That's fine.
That's a bummer. I don't know how to fix that. May have to contact support, see what we're doing wrong.
All right. Anyway, now we can end it.
We can, as soon as I get everything ready.
Okay. In the meantime, I will tell you where to find us. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. And you can find us on our website, seeminglyunpopular.com. You can contact us also at that website and through our Twitter, I believe.
You can leave us a voicemail on that website.
Yeah. So if you
which is really a cool feature that I'd really love to use.
Yep. So, but that's where you can reach us. I think you can generally just send us like a DM on Twitter or Facebook. So I don't even know. I'm not on those social sites, so